want everyone to stay as part of this. We actually would love everyone to circle up. And if you need to be seated, just include your neighbors that are still sitting into that. We invite everyone to come on in because each one of you were a part of this. We have organizers, we have vendors, we have sponsors, we have presenters, musicians, kitchen, and participants, but it takes every one of us here to create this. So we want to close this in a good way. The Southwest Dancers from Atzlan Cultural Center, Tomas and his group, he's a Sundance chief and Apache man. So they were holding the space for those tribes that were in this area as well, opening up and calling in the directions yesterday morning. So we have a few pieces, but what I'd like to just start with is, oh, Bonnie, I thought if there was music up there. Hey, Tree, if we've got just even light music. But we wanted to invite everyone just to take a look around and give an acknowledgement to someone around you. A smile, a gesture, peace, heart. Take a look. Breathe into that experience you had with your neighbors and all of us and all the juiciness that we created. Maybe make a little hand gesture in the air of how you feel about the week. Maybe a high five to a friend. We did a good job. Woo! Happy hands. Maybe another deep breath and appreciation for this land that we're on. This nurturing space, these beautiful mountains, the rains that came in and cleansed this spot. And I'm going to invite Christina Cabeza, if she can join me in the middle of the circle. Christina, are you okay? Oh, that's all right. Okay. She's busy at her booth, but she had a beautiful workshop earlier where she had, I'm going to let her explain it, some words that her group used to describe this. So maybe, Kim, I'll have you talk for a minute while we were waiting for Chris.
So with this reimagine idea, I know you guys all have great ideas about that, what you want to see in community, what you want to see manifest maybe in your own lives, with your building, with your food, with your family. And I just want everybody to take a minute and just put those prayers out there, because that's what we need to move to the next step for next year. Okay? And you can verbalize it if you just want to say it. If you don't, if you want to keep it inside, just do that. But I think it would be a good way for us, even in silent prayer, just to put those energies and those thoughts out, because they're real. That energy is real, and you can manifest that in your life, and that's what we're here to support in each other. Okay, that's really what we're doing here, right? We're providing information, we're coming together as a family, but we're also here to support each other, right, for the future. And there's so much great energy. There's been so many amazing, every year there's amazing experiences, but people coming and saying, like, crying and saying, I didn't know what this was going to be. And this was this to me, right? Awesome. Really magical. So let's keep the magic going and take it out from this place, even if you're here in the community or you're traveling, and just remember what we created here and how much more we can do in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. So Christina Cabeza is with the Colorado Coalition for Restorative Justice Practices. And she's been an inspiration for me. We've talked about that, how we relate and resolve conflict, and that's really at the heart of community, because all of this wouldn't happen if we weren't really working together. So I'm going to let her take it away with an activity.
Okay, so I did a presentation a little earlier about Reimagine Universe's story. And so part of that, I invited people when they were coming in to share something that they gained from the energy fair. And so I'm going to read those. And then after that, I invite you all to just shout out in one word something that the energy fair has given you or that you've gained from this experience. So I'll say these and then I'll invite y'all in. Open. sweet, artful, problem solving, heart opening, uplifting, fun, heartwarming, peace, beauty, education times 2, connection. Y'all are so united, you're going at the same time. That's amazing.
Thanks, Christina. Trust. Yeah, it's a lot. It is trust with each other, isn't it, to do this space? So last year you got my rap. Sorry, you're not getting that this year. So, but I would like to call the crew that's been working for a year on this. That means you were in these monthly meetings and Zoom calls and the behind the scenes. Come into the center, please. Come on. Chris is going to hold the sacred fire for us over there, so he's not going to join in the circle, but yeah. I'd love for all of you to just soak it in here for a minute. Like, really give these people a round. Matt, get in there. Well, it's just send them love, and for all of us that our families can appreciate. Okay, all of this so that our families can appreciate this. Those of us that couldn't make it here with us, or maybe their car broke down on the way and they were a vendor. All of the pieces that each of you got here. This is a ceremony, our life is each day the way we walk it, and so we're really glad to have you in our living room here. We welcome you all back. Let this love ripple. And then to all of our ancestors and those that have gone before us and that are really supporting and guiding our way for the future and for these kids. So Allison Wonderland is going to help us. Where's Allison? Yeah, with calling in the directions, since we're going to close the container. So thank you.
We can all circle back up, yeah. And at the beginning, we called in the directions, and with honor and respect, we will honor and respect them and each other and ourselves. So our feet are on the ground or our butts. That's us. Breathing in and out. And from that center, we're going to start with saying, spirits of the north, thank you. Fare thee well. And we're turning over here to the west. And spirits of the west, thank you and fare thee well. And turning over to the south. Thank you, and fare thee well. And turn into the east. Thank you, and fare thee well. And all that is up. Thank you, and fare thee well. And down to the ground. Deep. And always, thank you, and fare thee well. Blessings always, and release.